The summer vacation was here, and Aunt Rebecca, along with her 5 kinna, had arrived from Ohio to visit her only Schwester, her kinna's dearest Aunt Annie. It was Miriam's favorite time of year, as she got to see Aunt Becky, whom she adored for a decent length of time. Other than the summer's holidays, Aunt Becky only visited briefly over the Christmas holiday and sometimes at Easter. Miriam looked forward to playing with her cousins all day long and listening to bedtime stories told by Aunt Becky for many months in the run-up to the summer holidays. Summer vacations were undoubtedly the best time of the year for Annie, Miriam's mother, too. Annie felt warmed at the heart when her Schwester visited her and found peace and comfort in her company. Loneliness often took the best of Annie, but when Becky was here with her kinna, every day became a new adventure. Annie always felt sorry that Miriam had no siblings to play with, and therefore Becky's kinna were the closest thing to siblings that Miriam had, so she enjoyed having them visit a lot. Annie glanced out the window to keep a check on the kinna. The sun had set, and the sky was turning dark, so she pushed the window open and leaned forward. "Come on, everybody. Back inside now. It's getting dark." "Just a few more minutes, Aunt Annie. It's not completely dark yet," one of Miriam's cousins pleaded to her aunt. Annie sighed in defeat and turned to her Schwester, who was helping her prepare dinner. "They won't listen to me." "Don't worry. I'll get them in," Becky replied. "Dinner is almost ready, and they must be starving after spending the whole day playing outside," Becky continued as she got up and went outside to call the kinna back into the house. "Kinna, dinner is almost ready, and I also have something special to tell you all." Becky spoke loudly, waving to the kinna to get inside while standing on the doorstep. Just saying something special had got the kinna's attention, and they were now running back toward the house. "What's the special thing, Aunt Becky?" little Miriam asked Becky, her hazel eyes bright with excitement. "I will tell you after you've finished your dinner, sweetheart." Becky kissed Miriam's forehead lightly and followed the kinna back into the house. After they finished dinner, Annie prepared the kinna for bed while Becky washed the dishes. The kinna were excited to know what the special thing was, for which they were encouraged to come back inside. Becky announced that she had baked everyone's favorite butter cookies for dessert, and they are going to have them with warm milk, along with her famous bedtime story. The kinna were ecstatic and hurriedly prepared themselves for bed. Annie came in with cookies and milk for everyone, and the story time began. "Okay, everyone, since you all are old enough now, I'm going to tell you the story about the forest at the edge of this town. Beware, it's not just a story, it's true as well," Becky continued, her eyes glittering at the excitement on the kinna's faces. "I heard this story from my eldra, and my eldra heard this story from theirs, and so on. So it is important for me to tell you this so that you all are careful and never ever step a foot alone in the forest." She told them all, ominously, and 2 of the kinna jerked back in response. Satisfied that her warning was sufficient, she looked at them closely. There was a warning in Becky's voice, and all the kinna registered it. Suddenly, it was so quiet in the room that you would have heard a pin drop, as the kinna gave Aunt Becky their undivided attention.